The only craving that I've had, I didn't really have any like weird cravings with my daughter Grace. Hey, welcome to my 30-week pregnancy update. This week the baby is the size of a zucchini, or this one was funny, a platypus. Or the other funny one was a motorcycle helmet, which I thought was a good like size description or whatever compared to the vegetables that haven't been so descriptive lately. So anyways, at 30 weeks, my app says the baby's skin is getting smoother, but baby's brain is getting wrinklier to make way for all the essential brain tissue. I feel like it said that before. I don't know. And I know I've said that before too. Anyways, she is between 15.2 and 16.7 inches long and between 2.5 and 3.5 pounds. And then somewhere else it said, oh yeah, baby is strong enough to grasp a finger now, which I think is crazy because there's still like 10 weeks basically till she's born, but she's strong enough to be able to grasp a finger. I think that's so cool. So let's jump into my symptoms. Oh, one symptom that I didn't have written down, but I was just fixing my hair, and these little, I don't know if you can see them in the camera, these little baby hairs, I don't remember getting them when I was pregnant with my first daughter Grace, but I've heard people talk about them a lot, like just like out in the world and on YouTube and these type of videos, that they get these little baby hairs when they're pregnant. I don't know why, but this time, oh, see, there's one right there, I think, right there. See? They're driving me crazy. I've noticed them the last couple weeks and they've been driving me crazy, especially when I wear my hair up in a bun and then they're just like, phew, when they like stick out straight. They were like that this morning when I went to the doctor's. So anyways, the first symptom I have written down is that this week I've been really tired and unmotivated. Not quite as tired as like first trimester tired, but like just tired and like too tired to like get up and like do the things that I want to do. Like I want to like clean the house or like organize things, and I want to like, you know, get stuff ready for the baby, but I've just been like so tired this week. And I actually googled it and I saw that there was like a thing, like a 30-week slump they called it, so I don't know if that's a real thing or I don't know. That's what I found on Google, so I guess that's what I've been experiencing. Another thing I've been having, but it hasn't just been this week, it's been for the last few weeks, I would say, is weird dreams. With my daughter Grace, they were more real and like intense kind of dreams. I had a lot of like angry dreams where like I would get mad at somebody, or like usually I'd be getting mad at somebody, not so much them getting mad at me. But this time around my dreams are weirder. Like I dreamed about we're watching the show The 100, Greg and I, and one of the characters is named Bellamy, and Bellamy was in my dream, and I went and got a tattoo, and Bellamy was there, and there was somebody else, but like me and Bellamy got tattoos, and the tattoo was actually supposed to be one that I actually really do want in real life, but it was on my thumb, and it was weird, and it was really weird dreams like that. And the other thing about the dreams is that they're like more real feeling, I guess. Like I wake up and like if I dreamed about somebody that I know in real life and then I saw them the next day or something, I would have to like stop and think like, wait, did that actually happen or was that a dream? So they're like, yeah, weirder in that way and just odd. But with Grace they were a lot more like intense, like more like emotional dreams. The next thing on my list that I cannot believe I haven't thought to talk about up until now is that the only craving that I've had, I didn't really have any like weird cravings with my daughter Grace, and I haven't had anything weird this time around either, but I have been craving sugar so much, which I know is like a, I think it's one of the old wives' tales for like you're having a girl if you crave sugar. I think I talked about that in my old wives' tale update or whatever that video is called. In the very beginning of both this pregnancy and my last one with Grace, I craved salty foods like chips and stuff right in the early, like right in the beginning. But I think that's because I crave that kind of thing when I don't feel good. I want more like salty crackers or salty chips if I just don't feel good. But after I got like past the first trimester, that I've been craving sugar. I've been craving way more sugar this time around than with Grace. Like, I have to have something sugary after dinner, like every night. Like, sometimes I'll, you know, something like a chocolate bar or like an ice cream or like frozen fruit with like ice cream, or I had Cool Whip actually a couple weeks ago, but like I have to have something sweet after dinner. Oh, and to go along with the hairs, the baby hairs, I've been getting, and I remember this from my pregnancy with Grace too, and I'm talking about that a lot, this is a new pregnancy, is I've been getting like long hairs on my arms, and I've noticed too actually the hair on my legs is growing a lot faster than it does when I'm not pregnant, but I'll get these like random, like exceptionally long hairs on my arms, and I trim them with nail clippers. But I remember getting that with Grace too, so I guess there's just something that my hair grows faster when I'm pregnant. I feel like, I don't know, my hair, it's hard, I don't have a good judge of like this hair, of like how fast it grows, but I got it cut when Grace, actually I got it cut 1 year ago. Today, actually, the day that I'm filming this. It came up in my time hop, and it was it's probably grown, it's probably like here, so it's probably grown like that much in a year, and I've been pregnant for like 7 months, I think, of that year. So I don't know, maybe that's fast. I'm not sure if that's fast for me, but the hair like on my arms and my legs is definitely growing way faster, and I guess these baby hairs are growing faster. Anyways, the next thing that I wanted to mention is that at this point I have no new stretch marks. I did get some stretch marks with Grace on like above my hips, sort of like on my torso, but not in my stomach, like over on my hips, if that makes sense. One leg, I got them on my leg, and then like right in the front underneath my belly button, I got some at like the very end. Like I had Grace when I was like, I think it was like 39 weeks and something days, and at like 37 or 38 weeks I got these stretch marks right under my belly button. So that was frustrating because I'd gone the whole pregnancy without getting any, and then right at the end I got like a bunch in this one spot. They have sort of gone away. They're not like super noticeable. They're not bad compared to some I've seen, but I haven't at this point gotten any new ones, which is nice. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is that this baby is violent. With Grace, I don't ever remember her kicks or like movements feeling like uncomfortable. This baby, like, depends on the way that I'm laying. It's not like every time she kicks it's uncomfortable, but sometimes it's definitely like, like, don't do that. But she's like violent. Like when maybe I'm not remembering how it really was with Grace, and and maybe because I have the anterior placenta, I didn't expect her kicks, I didn't expect to feel as many or as early, or, you know, all of those things. So maybe I just had like in my mind, I didn't expect the kicks to be the same as they were with Grace. But if I'm like laying in bed and I have a blanket on me, I can see her kicks still like through the blanket. So I don't know if that's normal, but I feel like this girl is violent and strong. So I think she's gonna be a lot like her sister in that way. So that's all the symptoms that I have written down for this week. The other thing that I have to talk about is today I had my doctor's appointment with my new doctor at my new clinic. So I met her 2 weeks ago at my last appointment, but it was at my regular clinic because she was actually covering for my previous doctor. So this was the first appointment in the new clinic, and there's a girl from high school that works there as a receptionist, so that was kind of funny. But my first impression of when I walked in and I was sitting in the waiting room were two things. The first one, that it smelled like a dentist office, and that made me really nervous because I don't really like the dentist. So I definitely didn't like that, but they must use like a similar cleaner as my dentist office uses. That definitely made me nervous at first. And the other first impression was that the chairs are all wooden chairs and they were really uncomfortable. So that kind of sucked. But what else did I write down? But yeah, other than that, like after I actually got into the appointment and was like talking to her and stuff, it went super well. Baby's super healthy, all is good, as far as she could tell. Obviously they can't tell everything, but her appointments, like she books appointments for a lot longer than they do at my first clinic or my regular clinic or whatever. I think because it's a much bigger clinic, there's a lot more people that come like through, like come in and out during a day or whatever. So that was really nice that like it didn't feel rushed. She like was curious about things I had to say, and you know, that sort of thing. Also, it was more of a like get to know you appointment because I don't know her that well. We had to sort of go over a bit of my previous history of like with my pregnancy and delivery with Grace. But yeah, I got a really good like impression of her this time, and I do really like her. It's funny, she actually, a lot of the things, I was telling Greg, I texted him when I left, a lot of the things that she said, not a lot, but like a few of the things she said reminded me of things that I was watching this show called The Midwife, and the midwives in that show, like she said, my doctor said a lot of similar things to that they say in that show. Does that make sense? Which I really like that show, so that added to my good impression. As far as all the like stats or whatever you want to say from the appointment, I gained 2 pounds, I think, like about, give or take, like 1.9 pounds, or I don't know. It's hard because I have to convert from kilograms to pounds because they always do kilograms, but I think I gained 2 pounds, which is about what I should, because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to gain a pound a week, and it's been 2 weeks since I saw her. So there's that. Baby's heart rate was 140 beats per minute, which is like right where it always is. Grace's was always like between 140 and 145. It's pretty much every appointment it was 143. So it's funny that they have the same heart rate pretty much every time, both girls. My blood pressure, I don't remember exactly, but it was something over 70. I've noticed it's a lot lower this pregnancy than it was the last pregnancy. Not that I have high blood pressure to start with. I have pretty like average, normal, average, I guess is the right word, blood pressure, like not pregnant. But with my last pregnancy, it went up almost concerningly high. It was like right on the verge of like being concerned right at the end of my pregnancy, like right before delivery kind of weeks. So I don't remember like when it started to go up, but I think it was a pretty gradual thing. So I think if it was going up this time, it would be up already, if that makes sense. Anyways, though, I realized today, I think, I could be totally wrong, I was gonna Google it, but I forgot. I think that the reason that it's a lot lower this time is because I haven't gained as much weight. I don't really know anything about blood pressure, but to me that sort of makes sense because usually people who are overweight have higher blood pressure. So that's a good thing that it hasn't gone up. She's still head down, and the fundal height was 30 centimeters. So that's like basically like how big my belly is. Tomorrow I'm 31 weeks, so it's like slightly small, I guess. But my last doctor said that give or take 2 weeks is still considered normal. So she's definitely in the normal range. At the end of the appointment, the doctor said that everything is looking totally average. She's right average, which is where we want to be. So I was very glad to hear that. I definitely left the appointment feeling good, that I like this doctor, and I'm glad that I found a doctor that I like, because I really like my original doctor, but she's not coming back till October 1st, so that won't work out. The other thing is that the clinic is a little bit farther away, which like really it's not that far, but it is gonna suck driving, like, I don't know, however, I'm not sure how long it takes me to get there, but it will suck driving that every single week, because she said I have, I think, 2 more 2-week appointments, and then it's every week or something. I don't know. But that, I think, is all I have to say. The appointment went well. This week has gone well, other than the fact that I've just been really tired and unmotivated. But I hope you enjoyed, but you'll probably want to see my bump first, so I'll show you that before I end the video. Alright, here is my bump at 30 weeks, almost 31. My belly button, from the shirt, it almost looks like it's popping out, but it's not quite yet. There's a really loud airplane going by. I don't know if you can hear that. It looks a lot bigger in the camera than I feel like it does in real life, but yeah, there's my bump. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to follow my journey. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.